Hello again, Roy.RealEstate here with Coldwell Banker Legacy in San Angelo. Today I wanted to do another update on kind of how the COVID situation has affected the San Angelo real estate market. It's been a while since I've done one of these. It's now September 3rd, so kind of see how, as we've gone through whatever 5 or 6 months in now, see how does the effect it's had. It's been kind of interesting watching everything. What seems to me to have happened is as this stuff got to be in the news and people got to be concerned about it, that there was enough people concerned that there was less houses going on the market. And it wasn't zero, but say maybe 15 or 20%, something like that, decided not to put their house on the market. They didn't want people to be in their home, things like that, whatever their reasoning was. And so they didn't put those houses on the market. But the buyer pool, at least at first, seemed to not decrease at all. And so you had less listings, and remember, we were already in a tight market before this. So we were in a very active market with very low inventory. So when this happened, you cut back on the number of listings, and so you had the same number of buyers competing for even less listings. And so the market was very, very active early in this. And we've seen a little bit of a slowdown in the last month or two. Not very large. I mean, it was as much as 8% over 2019 numbers in July, and we don't have August final numbers yet. But so there is a little bit of a lower number here, but everything takes a little bit longer to work through as well. So, but I still think we've had a much lower amount of inventory than before, and a slightly lower number of buyers. So because of that, our inventory numbers are just insanely low. I mean, it's a month and a half, 2 months worth of inventory. If a house comes on the market in today's market that's priced appropriately for what it is, and that's really houses up to 300, 350,000. If they're priced appropriately, they tend to be gone just in a matter of weeks. They'll be under contract in less than a week, even the higher end houses. As you get above that 350 something, it obviously slows down because there's just a lot less buyers in that group. But it doesn't appear so far, from what we can see, that there's a whole lot of lack of confidence. People are willing to move forward and everything. Now the lenders they have new requirements, seems like every day on them as far as what they've got to do. So there's going to be a lot more verifications on employment, banking information, and stuff like that than there was prior to this. Because they want to make sure as they go through the process that the buyer still has a job that's as secure as they can, figure out how secure it is. You never really know for sure. But that as of that date, they are secure to the point that they re-verify employment information just within the day or so before closing. And so that's been a little bit tighter. It's taking a little bit longer. The other thing is there's a lot of activity in refinancing, people refinancing their mortgages because of today's very, very low interest rates. So that's put all the lenders and the appraisers very crunched for time. They're having a difficult time getting to all the buyers that they have because of the refinancing, and the same thing with appraisers, because a large percentage of those refinances require an appraisal, and so the appraisers are behind, and that's started to affect some of the timing. We've had one of our title companies here that's been hit pretty hard. They were already doing a major remodel of their building, and then all this stuff happened, and they've actually had some cases in their office, and it's really kind of thrown everything into a lurch. Things are taking a little longer than normal to work through, but not horribly so. So it's really a relatively minor impact there. It's just kind of above the pain. Just when things everything takes a little bit longer than it should. The appraisal takes a little longer, the lender approvals, and then getting stuff through the title company. But all in all, it's a very active market still. If you're sitting on the fence thinking about selling, now is really a good time. I can't say that it won't be better in 6 months or a year, but it's hard to believe that it could be a whole lot better. And school has started now, the in-person schooling, so we've slowed down maybe a little bit. There's normally a little bit of a drop-off, but as low as our inventory numbers are, I don't see it being very much of a drop-off. So again, if you're considering selling, now is a very good time to do so. So any questions, give me a call, email, Facebook, whatever, get in touch with me somehow. Roy.RealEstate, 325-268-0775. Thank you.